So, does everyone understand your final project?
No.
Grant, what part are you confused about?
Well, I just have to watch the screencast.
Okay. So, reminder. You are choosing a genocide from history. I gave you a bunch of options of ones that are really well known, so there's going to be a lot of literature about them. Okay, so they might be the easier choice. If you have something you want to do instead, let me know if you find something that's interesting to you. You are going to do these, you're going to include these research points in your project, okay? Remember the standards for you as sophomores, there's some research stuff you need to be able to do, which is the point of this research project, all right? And then we're also analyzing literature and how this experience is reflected in literature. That's what I'm grading you on. I'm not giving you any surprise grading when I'm doing this. I'm not looking, this is exactly how I'm grading it, okay? So as long as you nail all these points, not only does this prove that you can do what the state of California wants you to do as a sophomore, but that you are getting a good grade. Yeah. Okay? So, the one thing I want to point out is that I am grading you on your sources. Not only your sources, but do you use reliable sources? Okay? So, we're going to go over that today. Really quick, we're going to go over research elements. This is the credibility of a source. I think we've gone over this before in this class, this exact PowerPoint, so I'm just going to review one more time before we get going today, okay? So, when you guys find something you may want to use, you need to think about these questions, okay? Research the author. Where does the author work? What background does he or she have, okay? Has this author been cited as a source by others? What's the educational background? For the seniors, we read an article about animal rights. And it was about, like, it was on factory farming, basically. And he had all these articles written about animal rights, and the guy had a degree in economics. So it's like, does he really have the authority to be talking about animal rights and farming practices when he's an economist? So I want you guys to think about that, okay? Dates. Especially for recent information. So is anyone doing the Rohingya in Myanmar? Okay, so you need to be careful about dates because that's been ongoing for the past decade or so, close to it. You need to make sure that you're not getting your information from like 2014 because it's been updated more recently, okay? Do we all know about domains? Nod your head at me if you know what I mean by the domains. Okay, I'll review it really quickly. So, .com is a finance website. That means it's commercial. That means they're getting money on your ads. That means that they are a website fueled for commerce, okay? So if you go to get genocidal information, that's probably not the most reliable because it's still a commercial website. A government site, that is the absolute most reliable, okay? So like, for instance, the CDC, right? That would be a really reliable area. There's all these different government entities that are the most reliable because they have to go through so many fact-checking areas and the ones that are doing the research. The United Nations, okay, that would be a really good resource. The UN. I don't know if there's the International Criminal Court has a website. All these international entities that are recognized by the world, those are really good sources. EDU, also reliable, okay? .gov and .edu are your best sources, so that's what I'm going to be looking for in your sources. I'm going to be looking for those things. And if you do something like CNN, make sure you have a counterbalance like Fox. Does that make sense? Because Fox is a really right-winged resource, and CNN's a really left-winged resource. So if you're able to have both, then you can prove that you're not biased in your research, okay? .org is an organization like a nonprofit. Why might that not be as reliable? Why would a .org not be as reliable?
Because they
You got it. Keep going.
Because they want you to believe something usually.
Yes.
They're biased usually.
They're pushing some sort of agenda, right? PETA. Okay, they're fighting for animal rights, right? Do you think their research is going to be, their articles are going to be leaning towards that a little bit? Yes. Okay. So you got to be careful of those things. Evaluate sources. So, for example, Kiara, if you find a graph on a website and it doesn't look accurate, you might not want to use that source, okay? What are they citing? Do you think it's accurate? Identify bias. What is bias? Someone tell me. What's bias? What's bias? Yes, okay. Remember, your parents always tell you they don't have a favorite child, but you know they do. They're biased towards that child, okay? My brother, if he murdered someone, my mom would still stand by him even if she knew where the body was, right? That's my mom and my brother for you. There's bias there, okay? So you wanna be aware of any emotional or financial connections. One thing to look for is word choice, okay? So are they using loaded questions? Are they using pathos? Are they trying to get you emotionally involved? Or are they being objective? So check this out really quick, guys. Okay. This is called Free Forever Dog Island. Getting to the island is not particularly easy. Considered part of U.S. minor outlying islands, we are most easily accessed by departing from the coast of Tallahassee, where our office is. Because of recent threats from anti-freedom activists, we've had to make our land office a maze to get to. However, if you would like to come visit us, come to Tallahassee and look up all the dog grooming professionals in town. Arrange their names alphabetically, and then you'll see that their names relate in a way. Okay, so they won't tell you where their office is. You have to literally go on a hunt. Okay, on a treasure hunt. If we go up and we read about this, send your dog. Your dog's name, your email, how many dogs, personality, okay, submit. So this is some sort of website that will take your dog to Dog Island off of the coast of Florida. But we don't know where the office is. If we do the, let's see, FAQ. My dog is small but still attacks bigger dogs. Will it be safe? Yes, Dog Island is actually a small complexes of islands. What's wrong with that sentence?
It has bad
Grammar. Are you going to rely on this website that has bad grammar? No. Okay, that's one, when you're checking for reliability, not that one. Okay, so do you guys see, would you send your dog here? No. Totally, right? No. But that's an actual website. The other thing too, did you guys see this? It's not secure. Did you guys get taught this in ICT? No? Okay. So, you know those Instagram ads that are like 55% off new Yeezys, and then you click and it's not a real website, or you think it might not be a real website? Okay. One thing to check is if it's a secure site. So, if I go to like Google Drive, you see how it has a lock? Everyone look, this is important for you guys to know. You see the lock? Okay. You see the HTTPS? That means it's a secure site. The S stands for secure. So if you purchase something, they can't just take your credit card information. It's encrypted. Okay, but if I go to a site like this, it's not secure. They can be doing whatever they want with your information. Does that make sense? You never want to buy anything if it's not secure or do anything with your personal information. So, one thing to check, okay, is it secure? Oh, I think I need to put it back in percent. Hey, yeah. Okay. So, just a couple things to make sure of when you guys are doing your research, because again, I'm grading you on how reliable your sources are. Okay? So if we go back to our project, we absolutely need to make sure that we have chosen a topic. Anyone have not chosen one yet? Okay. All right, so why don't you guys take a look at those? So, Haley and Grant, have you guys